So I know that heroin is hard to quit. I know that having a near-death experience the way you had it, you're probably like, that's it for me. I'm never going to do it again. But it's easy for that to be it for you and never do it again if you're in lockdown. Because once you're released, you end up going back around the same people, places, and things. And you're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram. That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Did you catch that? A state jail felony for less than 1 gram of heroin. In Texas, that means up to 2 years behind bars and a possible $10,000 fine for something that weighs less than a paperclip. Let that sink in. The war on drugs isn't always about volume, it's about classification. Penalty Group 1? That's serious business.
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 2 years in the state jail facility. There's a $1,000 fine and the state recommends community supervision. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes.
Defense, is that the plea?
That is, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
The offer that I made to the defense counsel was that the $1,000 fine with the probate that should be included on the part of the paperwork.
All right, if you all want to write that in there. All right, other than that addition, did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
So the agreement is that the fine will be probated. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, pause. Maggots. A near-death hospital stay. And still, she survived. This isn't just another addiction story. This is a rock bottom that hit concrete, and somehow, she walked away from it. Think about that. How many people actually get this kind of second chance in a courtroom?
That's still with PSI.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Well, Your Honor, she understands what she did. She's taking full responsibility. We're asking the court to follow you.
What happened to your arm?
I was on drugs, and you know what I'm saying, I had maggots in my arms. I was in the hospital. I passed away, and I had surgery.
Okay.
It's not.
And how old are you?
I'm 33.
Do you have any?
She was left under a bridge at 17. Let that settle in. When we talk about addiction, we have to talk about origin stories. Trauma isn't just a side note, it's the root. And when your support system is the same person who abandoned you, that's not support. That's a cycle.
Children?
Woman.
All right. Who is your support system? Do you have family here?
Yes.
What family do you have here?
I have my mom.
Do you have any brothers or sisters?
Yes, ma'am. I got a brother.
How many?
I have one.
One
Yes, ma'am.
brother? And where is he?
He's from his family. He's
Okay.
married and everything.
Okay. So why did you start using? Do you know?
Yes, my mom left me under the bridge when I was younger, and I grew up in the streets, basically.
Okay. And how old were you when your mom left you?
17.
Okay. So the person who was with you by the name of Stephen Rivera, do you know him or no? You're going to have to say yes or no.
No.
Okay. And let me mute us for a moment. It's not my intent to embarrass you, but I firmly believe that you need drug rehab. And so I'm trying to figure out in my mind what program would be best for you. Because, I mean, you're not going to be released from custody today. You're going into a rehab center because I think she needs that. Heroin is a hard drug to stop using. I remember watching these documentaries. I think they may still do them. They used to do them on, I think, VH1. And it was about the 80s bands and how much drugs they were using. And the band member, who is the lead singer from Aerosmith, Steven Tyler?
Steven Tyler.
Yeah. Steven Tyler was on, and Steven Tyler, I think, was on heroin. He kicked the habit, right? But he said he was watching a program And in that program, somebody had died from a heroin overdose. And he said the first thing that came to his mind was, that must have been some good heroin. And he said that drugs tend to mess with your mind like that. You know, it releases endorphins or something that
Wait for it. This is the sentencing moment. But listen carefully. The judge isn't just handing down time, she's handing out hope, a suspended sentence, probation, a path to redemption. This is where law and compassion intersect, and it's not something you see in every courtroom.
does that makes you feel great, right? To get away from your problems. And then there were other band members, they call them the 80s hair band. And I don't even know why they were doing this. They said they were shooting up alcohol. Can you imagine taking like Jack Daniels and shooting up Jack Daniels? They said they were just doing everything, and they're lucky that any of them survived. So I know that heroin is hard to quit. I know that having a near-death experience the way you had it, you're probably like, that's it for me. I'm never going to do it again. But it's easy for that to be it for you and never do it again if you're in lockdown. Because once you're released, you end up going back around the same people, places, and things. I don't know if your mom has changed or not, but you're telling me your mom left you underneath a bridge at 17. And now you're telling me your support system is your aunt and your mom.
Yeah.
Maybe she's changed. Yeah. So this is what I'm going to do. Court is finding you guilty. The court will sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility, suspended and probated for 4 years. And how far did you go in school?
9th grade.
All right. Is there a reason why you dropped out at 9th grade?
My mom withdrew me.
Okay.
Yes.
So what are your hopes, your dreams?
To stay clean and sober, get a job and be in society again.
All right. So what type of employment do you want?
This is real talk from the judge. If you're tempted to use, call probation. Sounds simple, but that's a lifeline in disguise. Think about how rare it is to hear a judge say, if they don't help you, come back to me. That's someone trying to break the system's revolving door.
What do you want to do?
I want to do.
I know I'm putting you on the spot,
It's okay.
but this is what I want you to do. I want you to think about what you want to do employment-wise with your life. You can always start with your hopes and your dreams. Some people are like, hey, I want to be president of the United States. Okay. If people stand before me and tell me they want to be president of the United States, or they want to be a doctor or a teacher, or whatever they want to do, if they want to work at McDonald's, my next question is going to be, what steps are you taking to make yourself
to reapply for Social Security office and to go to get my food stamps and try to get back, like I said, in society.
all right. So you're going to have to get an education in something.
Yes.
So either trade school or either go back and get your GED.
Get my GED.
All right. So I'm going to order 200 hours of community service restitution. 100 hours will be waived if she obtains her GED or if she's in some sort of trade school. All right. Good luck to you. Okay. Take care of yourself.
Yes.
We can go off the record. If there's an issue when you're released, talk to probation about it. If you think you're going to use, pick up the phone, call your probation officer and say, I think I'm going to use. What they'll do is they'll try to help you. If you feel like they're not helping you, come back to court and I will. All right.
Yes.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome.